Welcome to another episode of Bargain Saturdays, and this week I decided to take a look at Adventures in Zambezia, a film that'll always get you triggered since it's by Triggerfish Studios. I know, that was a pretty lame play on words there, but to be honest, I don't have too much to say about this film on the positive side or negative side of the scale. I suppose that's a bit odd, but honestly, as far as animated works go, it's just very average. You know, you got the generic plot about a coming-of-age character, that wants to leave the nest and go see the world, but his father doesn't want him to because, he's still upset about the death of his mother, and he wants to keep his son safe for as long as possible. And he believes you shouldn't stick your neck out for other birds since, the only one that's going to get hurt is you. So, you got a lot of parental angst there, which they go into a bit more detail on why that's the case much later on in the film, obviously, but yeah. We got a very generic setup with some very generic characters that really don't stand out too much. They got enough energy to work and stuff, but that's about it. It's a very average plot with a very average telling of it, so there's nothing too bad about it from that angle. And you got the usual message at the end of the film, like, we need to come together. We may all be birds of a different feather, but we're going to be united in this because, it's Zambezia, the city of birds, so, we have to protect it. And if we don't protect it, who's going to? And with teamwork, we can stop anything, even the giant lizards. So, you got a very lizardly villain that's, very cold-blooded and ruthless, who uses others to achieve his aims, so he's a very manipulative sort of villain. It's obvious that he's playing people, if you're an older audience member, but, he does it well enough that you're like, yeah, I can see him pulling this off. He's just evil enough to hide it from, the stupid and gullible. Which is basically what he does. Let's take advantage of the stupid and gullible and have them do the hard work for me, and then I can, destroy the sea of birds and have a feast. Ha ha ha. So yeah, it's just a very overall generic story that doesn't leave much room for a lot of appeal for an older audience member, because let's face it, you've seen this story before many a time. On the plus side, it does have some funny moments and stuff to help keep you watching at least, but none of them are very laugh-out-loud kind of moments. They're amusing, but not the kind of moments that are going to get you, falling out of your chair or anything. But at least there's something to help keep you there. Honestly, the thing that stands out most about this film is probably the music. Being that Triggerfish is a South African studio from Cape Town, it does stand out with some more traditional African music in the background places, which gives the film a different flavor from a lot of other stuff you're likely to see in the American market, just because usually you get, cheaply made European animated works. You get, the stuff that's made in the States that just gets thrown in the bargain bin real fast because it's just not worth much more than that. I've actually got a lot of films like that, so, at least this one's got, a different soundtrack going for it than most other stuff I have. Now, the only other thing you're probably going to notice is just the names on the top here. You got a lot of rather famous people involved with the voice acting in this film, whether it be, Leonard Nimoy or Samuel L. Jackson, Jeff Goldblum. You've probably known him from Jurassic Park. Leonard Nimoy, obviously Spock, and Samuel L. Jackson, the guy that's been in a lot of films. He usually plays, the BAMFF, I really don't want to say that on the grounds, I don't want to upset people by actually saying it. Try to keep it pretty clean here, but you know what I mean. He's the guy with the wallet. Or shouting about how he doesn't like snakes on a plane. Samuel L. Jackson gets around, okay? He was even in the Star Wars prequels, so he's been there and done just about everything. But I have to admit, I do find it amusing to have him voice acting, a bird in this film that does the funky chicken, let's put it that way. So even if that could be the only moment in this film, it'd probably be worth watching just because of that, like Samuel L. Jackson's voicing a bird that does a funny little dance. So yeah, that does it for this film. Till next time, then. See ya.
What is he doing?
I'm grooving.
Let's call it the funky chicken.
This is amazing.
No, Dad, it's almost there.